How do you really get good at architectural sketching? Well, there's a simple exercise called blind contour drawing that can help. So blind drawing isn't where you're covering your eyes and sketching. It's actually where you keep your eyes on a subject and sketch it without looking down at the paper. So it is tricky, but it'll definitely improve your drawing. And in this video, I'll explain why as I do a few sketches using this technique. And I'd love if you sketch along with me and let me know how it goes for you. So this piece of wood, just kindle for my fire, is going to be the first subject. Just looking at the subject, and remember, no looking at the page. I'm going to start my pen over on this side. So we've got this piece here, and it kind of makes its way down here. And then you have this profile here, and then it kind of comes back and somehow eventually links up there, and then you kind of have this triangular shape which then kind of makes its way back down there, and there's this kind of bit that's almost peeling off. And the interesting thing about the wood is its beautiful texture. So I'm just trying to see if I can add any of that in with some lines. Let's have a look. So there you go. I actually quite like the line work here. I definitely didn't capture this shape so accurately, but what this exercise is really all about is observation. It's about developing our ability to carefully look at an object and draw what we're really seeing, as opposed to looking at something and then looking down on the page and drawing from memory. So let's move on to the second one. So now I'm going to actually draw my hand. So I've got my hand here. Let's get it into a nice position. So only looking at the hand. So let's start. So we've got this knuckle of the thumb. The thumb comes up. And we've got the nail. I forgot those wrinkles that I have, or the thumb comes down here. I'm just trying to make my way back up. Here's the index finger, which I kind of have that. And then you kind of have all these folds in your skin. I'm making my way up to the middle finger now. And then my ring finger. You have those nails. And then finally my small finger. I don't know if trying to get the nail in there, I'm not sure how good that was. And then we kind of have these other parts of the hand, and it makes its way down back to the wrist. So let's see. Okay, actually that's kind of interesting. So you can see here the thumb looks quite convincing. For whatever reason, I didn't really capture this part of my index finger. I like the line work and the kind of proportion. Maybe the thumb is a little bit too big, but the overall proportion is quite good. What's great about this exercise is that it develops your hand-eye coordination. So look at a subject and kind of break down its form and its textures, and it means you don't have to always be drawing buildings, and you can just free yourself up, just have a bit of fun and try out like a really quick exercise like this. Okay, so for the third one I've got this leaf, and you can see it's kind of got an interesting shape. And let's start over on this side and no looking down. So let's see, so you've kind of got this interesting shape, and then it falls down, and I kind of start to see this stem, which I'm going to try to show a thickness, and then it makes its way back up here and back around and back down. And then the only thing that I'd like to do is I'm going to try to go back to the stem somehow and show some of these lines that kind of, I guess they're like veins that make their way down to the edge. I'm trying to do thinner lines. I don't know how it's going. Let's see. Let's take a look. Okay, so I'm kind of happy with that again. So there's a bit of a gap here, but overall I quite like, again, the line work. And again, that's why this exercise is great. It's a great way of improving your line quality. I think often, if you're feeling that your lines are a little bit rigid, this exercise can really loosen things up and gives you a little bit of freedom to develop more fluid line work. I feel like I've captured the stem. Maybe it's a little bit thick, but there's kind of a nice looseness to the line work, and I feel like I've kind of also captured some of the veins and some of the texture folds of the contours of the leaf. So there you go. Hopefully this video encourages you to practice blind contour drawing yourself. If you'd like to see another video like this one, which will help you improve your architectural drawing, you can check this video out. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.